Hi! Welcome back to our series on embedding Looker. Previously, we walked you through how to embed a Looker dashboard with custom filters. Now, let's dive into another common embedding use case you can try out. Dynamically changing a Looker embedded dashboard's layout. Let's say you have a Looker dashboard embedded in an iframe in your host application's front end. The dashboard contains multiple tiles. We want to give the user a more interactive experience. So, let's add a button in your host application front end that hides a tile in the embedded dashboard. Poof! This dynamically changes the layout of the embedded dashboard. We will use JavaScript and our Embed SDK to implement the feature. You can also use plain JavaScript without the Embed SDK too. At a high level, we will follow these implementation steps. We will listen for an event emitted by the iframe that tells us the dashboard's layout. Then, we'll determine the new dashboard layout, aka which tile to hide. Lastly, we'll set up a new button to message the iframe to update its layout. We have a working code sample in our embed reference repository, linked below. Keep in mind, the code sample is more complex and makes use of React. We'll walk through a simpler example in this video. As always, a quick knowledge check before we continue. You should be familiar with JavaScript, HTML, the Looker dashboard, and the Looker Embed SDK. All right, let's get started by listening to the iframe. The embedded dashboard in the iframe will emit events that communicate changes in its state. We want to listen to the dashboard loaded event that fires when the dashboard and its tiles have loaded, but its queries are not yet running. The event will tell us the layout of the dashboard. So, how do we listen to this event? We first go through the basic creation of an embedded dashboard. We call the Embed SDK's createDashboardWithID method, then the append_to method, and then the build method. However, this time we also make a call to the on method before the build method call so we can listen to the dashboard loaded event. We provide the on method with the event's name and an event listener function to handle the event. Also, after the build method call, we need to chain a call to the connect method to establish the SDK's communication with the iframe and enable the event listener. Now, let's determine what tile to hide to dynamically change the dashboard layout. If we go back to our example, we defined an event listener function to listen to the dashboard loaded event. The event listener receives the event as an argument. This event contains an options property, which itself contains the dashboard layout components property. This property consists of an array of layout components, each representing a tile in the dashboard. We can take this array and update it to whatever dashboard layout we want. In this example, let's update the dashboard layout component to an array with the first element removed. This effectively hides the first tile in the dashboard. Now our new dashboard options represent the new layout we want. Lastly, let's set up a new button to message our embedded dashboard to update its layout. We first create a button in the DOM. Next, we set up the button's onClick handler to call the setOptions method on the embedded dashboard object returned by the Embed SDK. We pass into the setOptions method the new dashboard options that define our new layout. The method sends a message to the embedded dashboard to update its options. Note that the Embed SDK provides the setOptions method as a convenience to you. You can instead call the send method with the dashboard options set message and the same options payload too. Now, when the user clicks on the button, the embedded dashboard receives a message to dynamically update its layout. And there you have it. We listened to the dashboard loaded event emitted by the iframe so we could understand the dashboard's layout. Then, we determined the new dashboard layout, or rather, which tile to hide. Lastly, we set up a new button to message the iframe to update itself with the new layout. Now, your user can dynamically change the layout of the embedded dashboard from within your host application's UI. We hope this use case gives you a glimpse of the flexibility of Looker embedding. We provide open source tools like the Looker Embed SDK to help you embed Looker more easily. Don't forget to try out the working sample code in our Looker Embed reference repository. By the way, everything I've mentioned is linked below. And with that, look out for more videos in the series. See you next time.